So I've been on my Brandy Pandora, chilling, feeling like telling a story time. How clutch is it that that song came on and my hair looking like this? Technically, I just did this hairstyle like 2.3 seconds ago because I caught myself like doing like the beachy wave thing, and one side just didn't curl the right way. So here I am with this, so don't judge me. Yeah, I can't, like, it's not gonna look right all the time, so let's just be honest. So this is it. This is what you guys are getting. You getting KB mixed with chili and TLC vibes. I'm about to get straight into it. Here's another story time. I'm getting ready to talk to you guys and tell you guys about the absolute worst date I ever experienced in my life. Like, I swear to God, I felt like, y'all remember that show off of BET, Hell Date? I promise you, like, I felt like this was a hell date. And I pray, I have to do a small disclaimer because hopefully the person don't know who I'm talking about, but if they do, please, like, this is not me judging you, this is not me trying to put you out there, this is just me telling my side of the story about how horrible the date was. Of course, I'm not using no names, so don't worry about that, but hopefully if he figures this out, I hope he doesn't like react too crazy to it, because it's not really a big deal, but it was a bad date. It was a horrible date. It was the worst date I ever experienced in my life. So I want to say this happened maybe about maybe 5 years ago. Damn, time be going by so fast. Maybe 5 years ago. This happened the summer after I graduated, maybe. I don't even remember. That's how long ago it was. But I remember this date. And side note, I am a bit dramatic. I exaggerate. But I'm going to tell you the story how I remember it in my head. Like, this is how I remember this story. Okay, so this guy, I know him from high school. We were never like that. Actually, we were like, we just knew of each other. We were very cordial to one another. It was like a high and by basis. We kind of ran the same social crowd, but like I still had like a separate like group of friends than this guy did. But we knew each other. Like, we knew each other. We knew of each other. Like, we kind of knew each other. So one day, this guy in particular that I'm talking about hit me up. I don't remember what social media outlet it was, but it was on social media, and he asked me did I want to like go out to eat with him, and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Back then I didn't discriminate against anybody. I dated, had lots of fun, you know. I dated guys that weren't my type. I dated guys that, you know, I just was out kicking it, you know. Like, I didn't really have like this, oh, he got to do this, he got to be this, he got to be blah 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 blah. I just dated and I had a lot of fun while doing it. So when my friends back then saw this guy, they're like, why are you going out on a date with this dude? I'm like, because why not? Like, it's like just a date. It's just fun, you know. It's not that serious or whatever. Like, we just chill, you know, we just chilling. So make a long story short, me and this guy ended up exchanging numbers, and on that particular, but no, it wasn't that day, like leading up to it, I asked him, was he coming to get me from my house? Like, was it this type of date? Like, you know, and he like, oh, I would come get you, but you live like way too far. And at the time, I had been hearing that a lot, so it wasn't like an automatic like I'm not, I hope you know this is like the last date type of thing, because I have been hearing that a lot. So I'm like, whatever, maybe I really do live that far. And so I'm like, well, I'll meet you halfway and then you could just pick me up. Which, I don't know why I even did that. Like, what was the point of that? Like, why didn't I just meet this guy at the restaurant? I guess because we tried to make it feel as much of a date as possible. I don't know. Like, I still don't get that part. So, anyway, he picks me up from this gym I was going to. So, I park my car at this gym. He picks me up. We go to the restaurant. It was a restaurant that I had been to, like, a few times. So, I kind of knew, you know, like, what I wanted. And when the when the waitress comes out with the menus or whatever, he like, yeah, so you know what you about to get or whatever? I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna get a salad or something. And he's like, okay, have you had this? I'm like, no, I haven't had that or whatever. He like, all right. So he looking over the menu, and when the waitress comes back, he like, yeah, so can you tell me about everything on the menu? And she was like, huh? She was like, you want to know everything that's on the menu? He like, yeah, I mean, I gotta know what kind of options I got. I gotta know what I'm picking or whatever. So she kind of gave me this look, and I'm looking at her like, maybe he joking, like maybe it's a joke, because he kind of like a goofy guy from like what I remember in high school. So I'm like, maybe, you know, maybe he a jokes, like joking or whatever. So we like, I kind of giggled and was like, you know, like ha ha ha, like there's no way in the world this dude wants to know everything that's on this menu. But he actually did. I don't think he asked about everything, but okay, so out of 10, he probably asked 7. He asked about 7 items out of 10 on that menu. Like, he wanted to know how it tastes. Was it spicy? Did it have this in it? Did it have that in it? And the lady is just literally standing there like, I mean, you just gonna have to, like, you know, pick something. And so I'm like, yeah, that sound good, get that or whatever. So he like, all right, I'll try it. So then he's sitting there talking. I don't even, like, honestly, I don't even remember what the conversation was, but I just remember it was just real, like, he didn't really care about what I was talking about. Like, he just wanted me to know everything that was going on with him, like his life, and, you know, after high school and blah 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 blah. Like, he could basically care less about everything that was going on with me, which was fine. Like, I didn't really see this like being like a serious date, but at the same time, it was like he was kind of rude just from his disposition on how he was talking about himself. And I was just kind of like, oh, okay, you know, because like for me, like, honestly, it don't take much for me to like get along with people. Like, I'm a pretty easygoing person. Like, I'm a free spirit. Like, either we vibe or we don't. But I don't really like get salty or mad or anything like that. I kind of just go with the flow until the date or the person I'm hanging out with is over. Like, I don't really make it a big deal. So when the food comes out, dude took out this huge iPad tablet, like the real big ones, like this big. He took one of those out. And I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, what you need that for? He was like, what? Because I got to get a good picture for the gram. You know, pictures got to be up to par. They got to be up, you know, up to speed. You got to get good angles. You got to get good lighting. You just got to make the food look like it's popping. And I'm like, huh? Like, what? Okay, I guess. Dude is like, bruh, he's like taking he like going on like this. He taking it from this angle, from this angle, from this angle. Dude was taking a million pictures before he actually ate his food. Like, I seriously have never been like so uncomfortable in my life. Mind you, this is a restaurant full of people, like, and we weren't even in one of those, like, what am I trying to say? We weren't in a booth. We were like at one of the little tables, like, where people could see us, like, sitting there. And he was like taking all these pictures on this huge tablet, like this huge iPad tablet, taking a million pictures. And so then, like, as he's sitting there, he like, oh, my bad, you can eat, we can eat or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then we're eating, and something, he was going on and on about himself again, and I was literally so miserable. Like, all I could think about is how cold I was, how bad my knees was hurting because my knees was freezing, my ankles was freezing, I was cold, and I just wanted to go. I just was ready to go. Mind you, it was summertime. It was probably like 80-something degrees outside. It was hot as hell, but all I could think about is how cold it was in that restaurant, because I just couldn't pay this dude no more attention. Like, it was just horrible. There was no connection. I mean, like, it was just a mess. But I feel like him asking for everything on that menu took about 15 minutes. Him taking pictures with the iPad took about 15 minutes. And then him talking about himself took about another 30 minutes. I swear to God, we was in this restaurant for like 2 hours. Like, this had to be the most agonizing experience of my life. And me and this dude had absolutely nothing in common. Like, the conversation was absolutely horrible, and he pretty much just wanted to take good pictures for social media. Like, that's all he cared about. So the check came out, right? So I'm like, okay, you know, he asked me out on this date. I'm expecting, you know, him to pay, because that's usually, you know, what happens. I've been on many a dates and I never really questioned that part. Like, you know, if a guy asks you out, he's probably gonna pay for you or whatever. So when the check came out, old boy was like, oh yeah, let me get that check. Let me see. So he looking at the check. I can't even. This is my TV remote. Don't judge me. He looking at the check. He like, hell no. Nope. I can't pay. I was like, the lady that gave him the check was like, huh? And she started laughing, because this was literally like the most awkward, the most embarrassing thing anybody could say. He was like, I mean, what? Like, no, that's too expensive. I can't afford that. She gonna have to pay. She was like, you want to split the bill 50-50? I'm like, what? I'm like, do I want to split the bill 50-50? I'm like, no. I was like, I could pay for mine and you could pay for yours. And he was like, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you want to split it 50-50? I'm like, bruh, is this real life right now? Like, I know this dude did not ask me out on this date and didn't ask me. Told the waitress, hell no, I'm not paying for that. It's too expensive. Mind you, all I got was a salad. Secondly, he told her to split the bill 50-50 so I could pay for half of his food as well. I said, no, that ain't gonna work. We can't do 50-50. You could take my salad off of there though. The girl is laughing, like, she's laughing like so hard, because this was just like the most, it was just so embarrassing, because when he said it, he legit was like,
hell no, nope, hell no, I'm not gonna pay for that. We can pay 50-50.
I'm like, oh shit. Yo, I literally didn't know what to do but like bust out laughing. Like, I was so uncomfortable. I was so embarrassed. And I'm like, bro, I'm not even that chick. Like, I'm not even the chick that's like, you gotta pay for me. Like, I'm not, it ain't even about that. But I do feel like there is a type of courtesy when when a man invites a woman out to eat. You assume that, you know, he's willing to pay. Maybe I shouldn't assume that, but that actually has never happened to me after that situation. So maybe I was right. I don't know. But, yeah, I had to pay for my food. Well, she took my salad off of his bill and I paid for my food and he paid for his food, and then he asked me, was I gonna leave a tip? Huh? What is happening here? Like, what is happening here? Like, I know that like we're all like freshly graduated from college. Like, it's like, you know, a struggle. You know, people working, we trying to get on our feet, but I don't think that's how that's supposed to go. I don't think that you ask a chick out that you obviously like. Like, I mean, like, I'm not saying he liked me to a point where he like really wanted to make me his girl or anything, but you liked me enough to ask me out on this date. So I am assuming you're supposed to have that figured out. Like, you're supposed to have that a little bit more put together than that. I'm not supposed to be leaving nobody no tip, and I'm damn sure not supposed to be paying for your food neither. So maybe I'm too nice. Maybe I smile too hard. I don't know. But after that, like, I literally was like, oh no, you gonna have to take me back to my car. Like, I gotta go to work. He like, oh, you don't want to kick it? Absolutely not. No, I gotta go to work. I work third shift. I be tired. I gotta take a nap. I'm like, nah, we could link up another time though. Like, we could probably hang out another time. So after that whole situation happened, he was like, he texted me a few times like, what's up with you? Why you ain't been hitting me up? What's going on? Like, why you don't want to talk to me no more? And I'm just like, no. Like, I didn't even say anything. I don't think I ever answered. Like, I didn't say anything. Like, I was just like, no. Like, how does that happen? Like, he didn't understand. He didn't even understand how that probably went really bad. Like, that went way south. So I'm assuming he had never went on a date or did that before. I don't know. But honestly, I've dated a lot of different guys ever since I was probably like legit, like, since I was 18. But I have been dating since I was 16. But it was, like, not real dates because I wasn't supposed to be dating. But, like, real legit dates. Like, I have been dating guys since I was, like, 18 years old. I probably was, like, 23, 24 when that happened. And that has never happened to me before. So, you know, I would say that's a red flag. I would say that's a red flag. I would say that that probably ain't gonna work, seeing how he legit expected me to, like, help him pay for his food as well. I can pay for my food, that's fine, but, like, you asked me to come out to eat and you didn't have it for your food. You didn't have it for yours. Oh. So anyway, needless to say, that was literally the worst date I have ever experienced in my life. The iPad, the asking about everything on the menu, to asking me if I wanted to pay for his food, or the bill 50-50 so I could pay for his food too. That was the worst date ever. So that story, literally, I've always told that story. Like, everybody, like, when we talk about, like, when you have girl talk, you talk about dates and dating men or whatever, that story literally always comes up. Like, that was the worst date I've ever had in my life. And I hope the guy that I'm talking about don't know that I'm talking about him, because he's the type of person that will get really offended. But it's really not that serious. I don't judge him for it. I don't hold him accountable. Like, I don't care. Like, it happened 5 years ago. It was so old, but that's pretty much what happened. Like, I never spoke to him again after that. Maybe that was rude or whatever, but I feel like, you know, he didn't understand. Like, he just didn't understand, like, the basics of everything. And I just was like, I can't. So that's it, y'all. That was a really short story time, but I just thought I had to share that because that was a hot mess. It was a mess. It was so funny. It was just so, it was like that scene where Gabrielle Union was dating all them dudes off of what was the name of it, the movie with her and Idris Elba. I can't even, Daddy's Girls or something like that. I felt like I was in the scene on that movie. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you up, because the dude was so loud, he was so obnoxious, and it was just ridiculous. So, oh my god, let me shut up. I hope y'all enjoyed that crazy story time about the worst date I've ever had. Until next time, which will be soon, because I'm back and I'm at it. So, peace out. Deuces.
Right back at ya.